From calling out Steve Carell for stealing The Office,
No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh!
to Jim Carrey mocking the entire concept of awards.
But these are important, these awards.
Here are 10 times comedians completely wrecked award shows. And to kick things off, let's start with Ricky Gervais claiming Steve Carell straight up stole The Office. Because when Ricky Gervais takes the mic at an award show, nobody is safe. And at the 2009 Golden Globes, he went straight for Steve Carell. Ricky started off introducing himself, but in true Ricky fashion, it came with a twist.
You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh! He's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell?
Apparently, writing, directing, and starring in the original UK version means nothing when Hollywood finds a guy with a wider smile and better hair. But what really stings, the way Hollywood worships Steve Carell like a comedic genius.
He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from?
Where does he get his ideas from? Oh, I don't know, maybe the original show that was already written for him? And just when you think Ricky's done, he switches targets to Hollywood itself.
Let's pay him hundreds of millions of dollars and put him in every movie. If you can't be bothered to go to the cinema to see Steve in action, then just watch him every Thursday here on NBC.
Ricky walked so Steve Carell could run, and now he's here to collect his credit. But that was just the beginning. Ricky didn't just poke fun at Steve Carell.
No! God, please, no! No!
He came for Hollywood itself. He came back to host the Golden Globes in 2011, and let's just say, Hollywood was not ready. 3D movies were all the rage. Toy Story 3, Tron, Despicable Me, every film had depth, color, action. And then there was The Tourist.
It was a big year for 3D movies. Toy Story, Despicable Me, Tron. Seems like everything this year was three-dimensional. Except the characters in The Tourist. I feel bad about that joke.
A Golden Globe nomination? Really? Even Ricky was confused.
I feel bad about that joke. No, I'll tell you what. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because I haven't even seen The Tourist. Who has? But no, it must be good, because it's nominated. So shut up, okay?
But hey, if the Hollywood foreign press says it's worthy, who are we to question it? Of course, Ricky couldn't let that slide.
And I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood foreign press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. That is rubbish. That is not the only reason. They also accepted bribes.
Because let's be honest, Hollywood's award system has never been about just talent. Sometimes it's about politics, sometimes it's about the nicest gift baskets. By 2020, Ricky had had enough.
Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So,
Yep, just straight up called them racist. No sugarcoating, no winking, just said it. And if that wasn't enough, he one-upped himself.
we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. No.
Apparently, even death wasn't diverse enough for Hollywood.
It was mostly white people, and I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens.
Maybe next year, Hollywood. Maybe next year. Then he introduced Afterlife, a show about grief and depression. Sounds heavy, right? But Ricky, he had a different take.
That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay?
And just when everyone thought they were safe,
Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you?
boom. The Jeffrey Epstein joke heard around the world. Because, let's be real, this was 2020. The internet hadn't let Epstein's suspicious suicide go. And Ricky, he was just saying what everyone else was thinking. And in that moment, you could feel the air get sucked out of the room. But Ricky, he just leaned in, because if Hollywood was already uncomfortable, he might as well take it all the way.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show, a superb drama, a superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China.
Apple came in hot that year, launching The Morning Show, a series about ethics and integrity. But they're not really known for the best work environment.
Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you?
There's a paycheck involved, Hollywood's moral compass suddenly goes missing. Then, Ricky went for the jugular.
So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg.
No need to be a yapper, just move on with your life. And the final blow?
So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and f*** off, okay?
5 times. They let him host 5 times. Hollywood, you knew exactly what you were getting, because how do you forget 2016 when Ricky caused havoc with a comment on Caitlyn Jenner? Caitlyn Jenner had just publicly come out as transgender in 2015, instantly becoming one of the biggest media figures of the year. And Ricky, he saw the perfect setup for one of his signature backhanded compliments.
I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner.
Ricky being nice? That was never going to happen. But he sure sets the stage for it.
What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes.
Wait for the punchline. Just when the audience lets their guard down, boom.
She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
Ooh, that went dark real quick. Yes, Caitlyn became a female icon, but she definitely didn't help the reputation of women drivers. Yes, I'm referring to the fatal car accident in 2015. Now, if you thought that was uncomfortable, buckle up. Because next, Ricky didn't just roast someone, he robbed them. Winning an Emmy is the biggest moments of a performer's career. Unless, of course, you're Ricky Gervais. Back in 2008, he won for Extras, but wasn't there, so they just gave it to Steve Carell. A year later, Ricky wanted it back.
Hello. It's great to be here at the Emmys, the most prestigious TV award show in the world. I couldn't come last year, which was a shame, but I still won. Do you remember? Thanks for that.
He definitely wasn't about to pretend like his win was some major achievement, especially if someone else was handed it. But Ricky came with receipts.
Here's a short VT as a guide to help you.
Ricky Gervais couldn't be here tonight, so instead we're going to give this to our friend Steve Carell.
Was that really necessary?
Look at his stupid face. Couldn't actually win one of his own, so he stole someone else's. I don't think that is actually the original Emmy. I think that's a shoddy remake. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there in the front row. Just...
Now, let's be real. Steve didn't actually steal anything. He was just holding on to it. But according to Ricky, Steve was out here flashing that Emmy like a VIP pass.
Have you got it on you? I've heard you carry it around with you to get in restaurants and stuff. I made you what? Don't look at I'm gone off road. Everyone's getting nervous now. There's nothing on the auto cue. I could do anything. This is live.
That last part sounded a lot like a serious threat. And what kept Ricky going? Probably Steve Carell's death stare from the front row.
I made you what you are and I get nothing back. Have you even been to see Ghost Town yet? No. I sat through Heaven Almighty. Give me my Emmy. Give me my Emmy. I'll come down there.
And Ricky wasn't bluffing, because look what he does next.
Give me it. I'll tickle you. I don't care. I've got nothing to lose here. I'm a nobody here.
Where is it?
Yes, you have. Stop. Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Give me it.
Tickling someone for an Emmy? Forget Hollywood's usual polite, staged moments. And Steve, he was not making this easy.
Give me the Emmy. Give me the Emmy. Give me it. Give me the... Thank you.
Mission accomplished. Ricky had officially stolen back his own award. But honestly, the way he looked, I thought he might just pull a Will Smith on him. Speaking of which... Before we break this down, let's rewind a little. The 2016 Oscars were already a mess. The Academy was getting dragged for its lack of diversity, and the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite was everywhere. Jada Pinkett Smith, she wasn't having it. She announced she'd be boycotting the ceremony entirely, and that's when Chris Rock stepped in.
What happened? People went mad. You know, Spike got mad, and Sharpton got mad, and Jada went mad, and Will went mad. Everybody went mad. You know, it's quite like Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show?
Oof, that one stung.
Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
That probably hit a nerve too. But just when you think he's moving on, nope, he flips it again. And now Will's in the crosshairs.
But I understand, I'm not hating. I understand you're mad. Jada's mad, her man, Will, was not nominated. Concussion, I get it. Tell the truth, I get it.
He really is playing the understanding card here. But watch what happens next.
I get it. You get mad, said it's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. Yeah, you're right. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West, okay?
Now, was it unfair that Will didn't get nominated for Concussion? Sure. But was it more unfair that Hollywood handed him $20 million for Wild Wild West? Absolutely. Fast forward to 2022, Chris Rock still had a bone to pick. Everything was going just fine until Chris made a joke at Jada's expense.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay.
A quick jab about Jada's shaved head. Simple, right? Well, not really. Jada wasn't rocking that look by choice. She had openly spoken about her struggle with alopecia, a condition that causes hair loss. But still, it's just a joke. A little shade, nothing out of the ordinary, right? Wrong, because one second Will was laughing, and the next.
Oh, wow!
The Oscars turned into WWE. Chris barely had a second to process before Will was shouting across the room.
Nick, name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
And the best part? The audience had no idea what to do. Was this scripted? Nope. This was one of the wildest, most chaotic moments in award show history. But it doesn't end there, because someone just questioned the entire existence of award shows. Enter Jerry Seinfeld. At the 2007 Comedian Awards ceremony, Jerry didn't just take the stage. He torched the whole idea of giving awards to comedians.
At moments like this, I would like to quote my good friend Carl Reiner, who has often said to me, "You don't give awards to comedians." First of all, comedians don't need awards. Awards are for people that are looking for work. We're not looking for work.
So Jerry basically just walked up and said, "Yeah, we're too good for this. Hollywood, leave us alone."
If you're any good as a comedian, you got tons of work. We've all got wrinkled suits and smelly shirts from packing and unpacking and schlepping all over the goddamn country, doing 10 million different kinds of gigs.
I mean, he's not wrong. Comedians literally spend their careers making fun of self-important nonsense, only to end up here.
Your whole career as a comedian is about making fun of pretentious, high-minded, self-congratulatory BS events like this one. The whole feeling in this room of reverence and honoring is the exact opposite of everything I have wanted my life to be about.
Get the hint, people. He's got better things to do than dress up and pretend to be honored.
I want to be in the back over there, somewhere over there, saying something funny to somebody about what a crock this whole thing is.
Just how many times is he going to call this show stupid? At this point, he's practically begging them never to invite him again. But what he says next, oh, this is where it gets brutal.
Awards are stupid. Every real estate office has some framed 5-diamond President's Award thing by the desk. Every hotel check-in has some gold circle service thing. Every car salesman's a platinum jubilee winner. And
Trophies? Pointless. The plaques you see in hotels and car dealerships? Same thing.
it's all a big jerk-off. It is. The hotel sucks, the real estate person is stupid, and the only thing the car salesman is good at is ripping you off. And why? Because awards don't mean a goddamn thing. It's stupid. They're all stupid.
He basically said, Hollywood, stupid. It's just one big industry patting itself on the back, acting like they're changing the world.
All the award shows on TV. Honestly, it is beyond me that we feel the need to set aside a night to give out these jag-off bowling trophies 6 times a year so all these people can pat each other on the back about how much money they're making boring the piss out of half the world.
But Jerry wasn't done yet. Oh no. Now, he's coming for the actors. And if you think he held back, think again.
Sick of all these actors and, I don't know why we're so fascinated with actors in this culture. They haven't got a thought in their stupid bedhead hairdo mini brains. Why? We must honor this man. Why? He pretended to be Bob Johnson.
I feel bad for any actors that might have been present that night because what he says next is really rude.
Playing dress up and pretend is not genius, ladies and gentlemen. It's not genius. Roll the cameras, put on these clothes, stand there, ready, say what we told you to say. Fantastic. He did it. Give this man a huge golden trophy. He's a goddamn genius.
This whole we must honor this artist nonsense? Yeah, Jerry wasn't buying it. At the end of the day, actors follow a script, hit their marks, and deliver lines someone else wrote. And suddenly, they're visionaries? No.
But what can I do? I have to thank HBO. All comedians, these 3 guys and me, HBO, we owe them. That's why they're here. You think these guys want to do this? They don't want to do this.
But what he says next, oh, this is career-ending levels of bold. He straight up calls out HBO on live TV. He's wreaking havoc. And you know who else shares that same sentiment? Jim Carrey. At the 2016 Golden Globes, Jim took the stage, and instead of giving the usual "honored to be here" speech, he delivered one of the most sarcastic, self-aware moments in award show history.
Thank you. I am 2-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey. When I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm 2-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey going to get some well-needed shut-eye.
But here's a quick question. What's better than 2 Golden Globes?
And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream. I dream about being 3-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey. Because then I would be enough.
Honestly, was this a joke or was this therapy? Because Jim Carrey just said what half of Hollywood is actually thinking.
It would finally be true. And I could stop this terrible search for what I know ultimately won't fulfill me.
And then, Jim drops the final truth bomb. What he says next will shock you.
I don't want you to think that just because if you blew up our solar system alone, you wouldn't be able to find us or any of human history with the naked eye.
It's like he's saying, hey, you need to keep your delusions to yourself.
This is huge.
This is huge. Let's be real. Jim Carrey just reduced the entire industry's ego to cosmic dust. And the best part? He did it with a straight face. He wasn't just making fun of awards. He was making fun of the desperate need for validation that drives the entire industry.